Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. Guys, if you are new to this channel, my name is Fujica and I serve this community as both a consultant if you're trying to start your new home care agency. I also serve as a business mentor for those trying to navigate through the corporate environment. So guys, today we're talking about how do you make your home care agency successful. Now guys, I really thought of having this topic because as you know, I have kicked off my first licensing course and it is going amazing. There's some great people in the course and I'm so thankful for them. That's one of the things I'm thankful for in this moment. But you know, through having some individual conversations with the folks that are in the class, this is coming up quite a bit. There's even a young lady in the class who already has a business. So you've heard me talk about it's all about the hustle. The hustle is real. And you really got to get out there, make those phone calls, beat those streets, knock on doors. But I always get the question, well, how do I make my home care agency successful? And so I wanted to turn that into a video because I know for a lot of us, we are making investments. In the state of California, the licensing fee is $5,600. And so when you're making that type of decision, you want to know, how can I make sure that my agency is successful? How do I make sure that I get my return on investment and stand up a business that I could be proud of, but also makes money? So if that interests you, then stay tuned. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to know the power of you. And guys, I say this because up until this point, we've had jobs, we've had experiences, we have skills that you bring to the table. And sometimes those skills are utilized to work for someone else's position. And that's fine. I've had to do it for years too. But don't forget, you have been given those skills or you have those skills for a certain purpose. Don't minimize what you bring to the table. It is those skills that's going to help you have and establish a productive, successful business. So don't underestimate what you bring to the table. And I always tell some of my coaching clients, especially those who sign up for business mentoring, when you think of your day and you're at work during that time, when you're enjoying yourself, when you're having a good time, or if you look back on an experience at work that you truly enjoyed, what were you doing? You know, so that is something that someone else doesn't enjoy doing, or, you know, don't have the skill or the success that you do in that certain area. Make that work for you. That's a gift. And so I always try to let people know, don't think that you wish you had a little bit more of this or you wish you could do a little bit more of that. No, you have exactly what you need in order for your business to be successful. So don't call yourself short. Now guys, the flip side to that same coin is know your opportunities. So I will use myself as an example. Today, social media is where it's at. And I know that. I totally get it. However, when you are running a business, when you are a mother, you're a wife, you have all these things pulling you, sometimes something has got to give. And in the past for me, that was my social media. So thank goodness I found a lovely person that has been helping me along this journey. And she is able to fill that void. Okay, because what ended up happening, to be quite honest, a couple of years ago, I burned out. So around this time, I wasn't filming a lot of YouTube videos. I wasn't on Instagram. I had stopped posting on LinkedIn. I had shut down my Facebook. It's just because I completely burned out. And so again, because I know that that is not my strength, doesn't mean it's not going to get done. It's maybe you have someone fill the shoes of something that's just as important. Because just because I can't do it, doesn't mean it doesn't need to get done. So in that same way, you want to identify the gaps in your business. Where are the opportunities? You guys have heard me talk about compliance before. It's so necessary to make sure that everything that you do, anything that's regulated, that you are compliant. Maybe that's not a skill set of yours, and that's okay. But who is going to be managing that part of your business to ensure that you're successful? Okay, the second tip that I have for you guys is to leverage your social media. Now guys, somehow along the way, We kind of feel like if we don't have 1 million people following us on a certain platform, or if we don't have 2 million connections on another, that no one's going to really care about our services or what we provide. And actually, that's just not true. If you have 2 people following you, then those 2 people care about your voice. And so you do carry influence, okay? And so I always encourage people, if you have a business, if you have a service or a product that you're trying to promote, anyone who's connected to you, so those are all of your followers, all of your connections, all your subscribers, they should know about it. Now the choice is theirs if they want to partake or not. But most people that surround themselves around you, they want to support you. And so hopefully your product or service is answering a question that they may have. But you want to make sure that you leverage your social media to ensure that anyone who's under the influence of your voice knows what you have to offer. Guys, and you want to make sure that you're consistent in your posting. I know that it bothers me when I really look forward to someone's content. I really look forward to what someone's doing, and then they ghost me for 2 weeks. It's kind of like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And so you don't want your audience to feel that way about you. If they're continuously checking in to see how you're doing, they're continuously checking in to support your content, you got to make sure that you're continuing to drip content out to keep people coming back. Again, make sure you're leveraging all aspects of your social media. Guys, the third and final tip that I have for you is to become the expert of your industry. Become a known expert of your industry. You guys, if you recall, I have taken you along with me to conferences that I'm going to, just really trying to sharpen the tools in my tool belt, really just continuing to try to acquire knowledge. I've also been attending some online conferences, constantly reading books, watching other YouTube channels, just really trying to get more knowledge so that I can turn that knowledge around to benefit you. So the people that come to get to know you and start following you, they're really depending on you for a certain type of content, right? So you want to make sure that you are producing content that speaks to your industry, so that even if a person isn't making purchases from you, they're still learning from your content in that particular area. And I'll give you a couple of examples of that. When I initially had my home care agency, I would go out on Instagram and just make different posts on how do you create your policies and procedures, how do you stand up a compliant organization. And I would always say that this content is being brought to you by, and that would be my home care agency's name. The reason why I said that is because even though you may not have been signing up for my home care agency at that time for services, my name started becoming more and more familiar. The more and more I dripped out content. And so literally, I haven't had my home care agency for going on 2 years now, but I still have people calling me, are you still in business? Do you have someone who can help me out? Is there any way that you can refer me to someone since you're not in business? So even though I'm not in operations anymore, I'm still trusted to them. I'm so trusted to them that they're asking me who can I refer them to since I'm not available. So it goes a long way. The second item that I have to talk to you about is, as you continue to grow in knowledge, there is going to be certain items that you know that you are really good at. This is really something that takes the least amount of effort. You feel good while you're doing it. You almost shine while you're doing it. So you can bottle that up and present that to people, right? And a lot of times, guys, we don't have to charge for everything. Sometimes it truly is just giving content, helping someone out, giving free advice, giving free products just to help people along their way in their journeys. That way, when they are ready to make a purchase, you're going to be the first person they think of. Why wouldn't you be? You've already built that relationship with them, and you've already helped them. And so now they're at a point where that trust is there, that relationship is there, and now they're ready to make that purchase, or they're ready to have that business relationship with you. Okay guys, that is all I have for today's video. I really wanted to make just a quick one about, really and truly guys, the whole purpose of this video is to say, You can stand up a successful agency, but the success of it completely depends on you. Okay, so if you haven't already, do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share it for those starting home care agencies or for those needing a little bit of business mentorship. Guys, I also want to make sure that you follow me on Instagram, LinkedIn, and now TikTok. You can also reach out to me on my website at simplyfujica.com. That's all I have for you guys today. Stay blessed.